Workplaces can pose a variety of hazards to employees, ranging from physical injuries to mental health concerns. Some common workplace hazards include slips, trips, and falls, exposure to hazardous materials or chemicals, repetitive motion injuries, and workplace violence. These hazards can cause serious injuries or illnesses that can impact an employee's ability to work and lead to long-term health issues. Slips, trips, and falls are one of the most common workplace hazards. They can occur due to uneven flooring, wet or slippery surfaces, or poor lighting. Such accidents can lead to broken bones, head injuries, or other serious medical conditions. Exposure to hazardous materials or chemicals is another common hazard in the workplace. This exposure can occur through inhalation, skin contact, or ingestion. Workers in industries such as manufacturing, construction, and agriculture are particularly at risk. Long-term exposure to hazardous materials or chemicals can cause serious health problems such as respiratory diseases, cancer, or neurological damage. Repetitive motion injuries are another common hazard in the workplace, particularly for workers in industries such as manufacturing, assembly, or data entry. Such injuries can develop over time due to repetitive motions such as typing, lifting, or using vibrating machinery. These injuries can cause chronic pain and can impact an employee's ability to work. Workplace violence is also a significant hazard that can impact employees' physical and mental health. Violence can occur between co-workers, customers, or members of the public. Such incidents can lead to physical injuries, emotional trauma, and even death. Employers have a responsibility to identify and mitigate workplace hazards to ensure the safety and well-being of their employees. This includes providing appropriate safety equipment, training, and resources to help employees prevent accidents and injuries. By taking proactive measures to address workplace hazards, employers can help create a safe and healthy work environment for their employees. Risk control measures in the workplace should always aim to reduce the likelihood of accidents or ill health. The goal of risk management is to identify potential hazards and take steps to prevent or minimize their impact on employees and the organization as a whole. One of the most effective ways to reduce the likelihood of workplace accidents is through training and education. Employers should provide employees with the necessary knowledge and skills to safely perform their job duties. This includes training on the proper use of equipment, identifying potential hazards, and emergency procedures. Employers can also implement engineering controls to reduce the likelihood of accidents. For example, they can install guardrails, safety nets, or other physical barriers to prevent falls. They can also use ventilation systems to reduce the risk of exposure to hazardous materials or chemicals. Administrative controls can also be used to reduce the likelihood of accidents. This includes implementing policies and procedures that reduce the risk of injury or illness. Employers can establish safe work practices, develop procedures for handling hazardous materials, and provide regular safety inspections and audits. Personal protective equipment (PPE) is also an important risk control measure. PPE includes items such as helmets, gloves, safety glasses, and respirators. Employers should ensure that employees are provided with appropriate PPE and trained on its proper use. Ultimately, risk control measures should be tailored to the specific hazards and risks present in each workplace. By implementing effective risk control measures, employers can create a safer and healthier work environment for their employees. This not only benefits the employees, but also the organization as a whole by reducing absenteeism, improving productivity, and reducing the costs associated with accidents and injuries.